everybody. Welcome to Diamond Secrets Revealed, our synthetic diamonds of the future. Synthetic diamonds, what are they, how they're made, and how they affect you? This is what we're going to talk about in today's live. My name is Jennifer Wyszynski. I am a GIA gemologist, jewelry designer, and appraiser, and I love to talk and teach all about the different gemstones, especially diamond. So now let's learn about diamond's main competition, the synthetic diamond. As a society, we have grown very comfortable with buying replicas that look and feel like the real things, since it costs less and no one can really tell the difference. Replica purses, jewelry, watches are all great fun to wear or to sport around to make us look and feel great, right? But of course, there ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Am I right? So is all this true for natural diamonds versus man-made diamonds? Let us first talk about synthetics. What is a synthetic? Synthetic diamonds are grown in a laboratory and have essentially the same chemical composition, crystal structure, physical and optical properties as natural diamonds. They are not fakes, but they're not natural. The main difference is creation. Synthetic diamonds are created by man in a controlled environment, and diamonds are a rarity and a treasure from Earth, grown and crystallized over hundreds and even billions of years in the mantle of the Earth, 100 miles below the surface, with the correct heat and pressure to form these valuable beauties. In the end, though, after polishing, they will look identical and will have the same benefits. Like everything rare and expensive, humans have a need to explore how they can copy the real thing. So when and why were the first synthetics made? The first synthetic diamonds were created in the 1950s for industrial use by companies like General Electric. Because of diamonds' properties to dispel heat quickly, these synthetic diamonds were used only for industrial and commercial purposes. In 1970, researchers at General Electric created the first synthetic diamonds in a quality and size that could be faceted, but was still not a quality for the jewelry trade. General Electric did not approach gem quality until the 1970s and 1980s, beginning with colored diamonds. They really couldn't get that true colorless yet. Now, there are many more synthetic diamond producers that in the past 5 years have been able to create stones that can compete with natural diamonds in size, color, and clarity. So how are these synthetics made? While natural diamonds may take billions of years to form, synthetic diamonds can be grown in a matter of weeks using one of two processes. The first process is high pressure, high temperature, or HPHT. This simulates the crushing force of the Earth by applying high temperature and high pressure to dissolve carbon into a diamond seed. By mimicking conditions of natural diamond formation in the Earth, the result is a distinctive crystal shape that is, for the most part, a combination of octahedral and cube faces with a flat base, so pretty close to the natural. They can be colored or colorless, or if needed, can be also irradiated to make fancy colors, or to remove color from yellow synthetic crystals to make them whiter. Here is some colored synthetic diamonds using the HPHT process and the second process that we're going to be talking about, which is chemical vapor deposition, or CVD. This is a newer technique, which is like a 3D printer approach. It uses pieces of carbon that settles in layers on a diamond seed. The synthetic diamonds are grown in an apparatus that uses moderate temperatures and very low pressures in a vacuum chamber. The CVD process involves heating a mixture of a hydrocarbon gas, such as methane, and hydrogen, which releases carbon atoms that then settle onto the cooler, typical square-shaped seed plate made of natural or more likely synthetic diamond. This way it can mimic the crystal structure. So it's kind of like a photocopier. And the result is a square-shaped tabular synthetic diamond crystal. So these synthetics are often called laboratory grown or laboratory created in the trade. And again, they're not simulants. So how can we separate them from natural diamond? In the past, you can only tell conclusively with highly specialized equipment and trained staff in a gemological laboratory. Now, there are a few testers that jewelers can buy to protect themselves against a lab-grown slipping into their parcel of natural diamonds. These testers check for fluorescence, which a lab-grown will fluoresce red, and some test if the diamond is a type 2A, which is extremely rare and natural. If the stone does test type 2A, they will need to be referred to a lab for 100% certainty. So you still need that high equipment and those knowledgeable gemological laboratory workers. So since identification of these synthetics are a big concern, most of the manufacturers of these lab-grown diamonds are very responsible in the disclosure of their product. And in larger stones, will inscribe lab-grown or a branded name on the girdle of the diamond for identification. Often these stones will have a certificate from a gemological lab with not only the identification that it is lab-grown, but also the 4 C's. So we'll have the carat weight, the cut, the color, and the clarity. So if it's important to you to buy a natural diamond, then you really should deal with a reputable diamond dealer and a reputable jeweler. So this is to make sure that you're buying natural diamonds if that's what you want to get. So why are the man-made diamonds becoming so popular for jewelry and engagement rings? Well, first, they are synthetic with the same exact properties of diamond. So you're not missing out on sparkle or beauty like you would with CZ or other simulants that will scratch and wear after time. Second is the price. They're approximately 40 to 50% less than natural diamonds, depending on the size. Now, synthetic diamonds are expensive to create in the laboratory, but since demand is increasing, supply is too, bringing the cost down lower and lower. And thirdly, they are very attractive to millennials and now Generation Generation Z, who together are the main purchasers of diamonds for engagement rings. So why are they so attractive to this consumer group? Mainly because lab-grown diamonds are environmentally and politically friendly. They leave less of a carbon footprint to Mother Earth. Yesterday was Earth Day. And there is no worry about your diamond being conflict-free or not. So this sounds great. Why wouldn't you get one? Well, the biggest drawback is that they have no resale value, and the value is decreasing as prices decrease. Another drawback is like everything else that is replicated. Do you want the real thing created by miraculous forces of the planet, or are you okay with something created in a lab? Material things are valuable if you as the consumer value them. So it's basically up to you and your values. You may be asking by now, how will synthetic diamonds affect the future? A very small percentage of lab-grown diamonds are used for jewelry purposes. Right now, they are more useful for advancing technology and industry. According to research, lab-grown diamonds are a very important material to improve our way of living, with many industrial uses that will be more and more diamond-based, and is believed to reduce our carbon footprint by 10% or more. Because diamond has a lower coefficient of friction than metal, diamond-coated parts are increasingly used in all kinds of systems where friction drags on performance, including cars, planes, and turbines. And according to automaker Nissan, diamond coating can reduce overall engine friction by 25%, which is a lot. In other areas, diamonds' low friction, durability, and biological inertness makes it ideal for orthopedic medical devices such as joint replacements. How cool is that? How many of us are going to need hip or knee replacements, right? Probably all of us. But not only that, they're working on a lab diamond spinal disc replacement, and this is undergoing clinical trials in the EU, so in Europe. But right now, the main medical uses are for laser lenses or surgical scalpels, which take advantage of flawless synthetic diamonds. You'll also see lab diamonds in your everyday life, being used for the screens, wires, and circuit boards in our cell phones, as well as parts of your laptops and computers. Due to the properties of diamonds, synthetic diamonds are significantly more efficient and better than silicon in handling high voltages and high frequency. So electrons move more freely through the diamond than silicon, and diamond is far more thermally conductive than any other known material. So it's believed that lab-grown diamonds will replace silicon in not only our electronics and computer processors, but will be used to power transformers, electric vehicles, satellites, and cell phone towers. So in industry, lab-grown diamonds are definitely the wave of the future, earning almost 26 billion. I'll show you the graph. In 26 billion by 2021. So right now, a small fraction is in jewelry, with the rest making more of a profit in all aspects of industry. So how will it affect the future of the jewelry industry? So like everything else, this is the time for jewelers to pivot to survive. Popularity of the times and human priorities are always changing. There have been synthetics and other gemstones like synthetic ruby, synthetic sapphire, synthetic emeralds since the 1800s that have been widely accepted. And it is the future generation that will determine how acceptable lab-grown diamonds will become for jewelry. I personally am old school and love natural diamonds, but I have seen synthetic diamond engagement rings, and you really can't tell the difference. So if you need something more affordable with the same look as a diamond, then a synthetic is a better choice than any other diamond look-alike like CZ or synthetic moissanite, and that's my opinion. Ultimately, the future of lab-grown diamonds for jewelry is up to you. But it does look promising for lab-grown, since according to studies, right now, nearly 70% of millennials are considering buying a lab-grown alternative due to their beauty, lower cost, and friendliness to humanity and the earth. So just remember, you will get the look, but if you care about value and selling, you will not get that from man-made. And if you want to learn more about why not to sell your diamonds or jewelry, don't forget to grab my free guide on 7 revealing secrets you need to know about selling your jewelry. And lastly, you're not going to want to miss this Sunday where I interview the master diamond setter for Rejuvenated Designs, giving you great tips and things to look out for. So join us Sunday, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye.